Did you know that companies with effective leadership development programs see up to 86 higher business performance? Yes, but only 5% of organizations have implemented comprehensive leadership training. That's incredible. I can't even believe it. Hello there. I'm Dr. RB. I'm a licensed psychologist who partners with HR leaders at Fortune 500 companies to select and develop great leaders. I combine industrial psychology and AI to transform leadership potential into success. So today, let's break down the barriers holding leaders back and unlock true potential. So let's get into it. Leadership isn't just about giving orders or hitting targets. It's about creating an environment where every team member can thrive and contribute their best. Today, I'm sharing some proven strategies that have helped thousands of leaders transform their approach and achieve remarkable results. So, let's address some elephants in the room. The major challenges that keep leaders from reaching their full potential are the isolation factor. So many leaders, when they become a leader, they feel they have to have all the answers. And this is one of the biggest pitfalls that I always come across. Even the president of the United States has to have a cabinet, right? So no one is expected to know it all. We don't have geniuses as leaders. We just have people that know how to bring together different mindsets to help them lead. We also have the communication gap. So, despite our interconnected world, real understanding remains elusive. There's also this trust deficit where teams hesitate to take initiative because they're afraid of failure, afraid of many things. The growth ceiling, when leaders hit plateaus and they're really unsure how to break through. So these different challenges are not just individual challenges, they're really systemic issues that affect entire organizations. But here's the good news, folks. This is solvable. So let's break down four key strategies which consistently drive leadership success. So you want to make sure that you are cultivating psychological safety. You want to create environments where ideas flow freely. You want to embrace failure as a learning opportunity and regular feedback sessions that have no judgment. That's why it's a safe space, right? You want to also make sure that you're mastering adaptive communication. You want to tailor your message to different team members and practice active listening. Use the feedback sandwich, for example. And that's usually you provide something positive, you give feedback, and then you end it with something positive. That's a technique that works really well. It just takes a lot of practice to make sure that you are delivering it in a way that you feel authentic and that it feels natural. If it doesn't feel natural, try a different approach. Also, we want to implement collaborative decision making, and this involves team members in key decisions. So, again, going back to what I mentioned before about the president and having a cabinet, what you're doing is you're involving everybody's giving a key decision, they're giving key inputs based on their expertise, and that's what you want. You want balanced consensus with decisive action. And then you want to develop a growth mindset system. So, what this is really about is regular skill building workshops, mentorship programs, and cross functional learning opportunities. This is also something that I really enjoy helping HR leaders put together. Normally, this is seen a lot with high potentials when you want to get your high potential leaders to do some cross functional learning trainings. It works really well. So let me share Jane's story. I'm going to call her Jane. She's one of my former clients. Was a director level. I believe she's still a director level. She might have gotten promoted by now. She was a director level when she was working with me at a tech startup. And she really transformed her struggling team into the company's top performers. And Jane, when she started, her team had the highest turnover rate. Morale was low, which usually they go hand in hand, low morale and high turnover rate, and productivity was really suffering. So if you use strategies that we've discussed, like she did, this is exactly what happened. She started first establishing weekly safe space meetings where she implemented a no blame, only solution policy. Because if you think about it, blame just kind of explains a little bit about what happened, but it never gets anything done and it rarely moves the needle. So it's best just to implement a no blame, only solutions policy that works really well. She also created individual growth plans for each team member. And her main goal was to get them to where they wanted to grow. Very important. And then within 6 months of her doing just these few things, her team's productivity increased by 150%, turnover dropped to zero, and they became the benchmark for other departments. What's the key? Well, she focused on empowering her team rather than controlling them. I mean, if you're a leader, you want to lead people, you don't want to control them, because if you're controlling them, the initiative to move ahead is very low. Leadership excellence isn't about being perfect, but it's definitely about creating perfect opportunities for others to excel. So, by focusing on psychological safety, adaptive communication, collaborative decision making, and having growth mindset systems in place, you can really transform your leadership impact and create lasting positive change, which is what we want. So now it's up to you. I want you to share your biggest leadership challenge in the comments below. What strategy resonated most with you? Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell to join our community of growth minded leaders. And remember, true success is always achieved together. This is Dr. RB. Thank you for taking some time out of your day. It's been a pleasure. See you on the next one.